truth, but at the same time, I'm just like, Molly, you and Nicole, like, you guys lived in a fantasy and just wanted the fantasy to really work out, you know, and it didn't. And things had to kind of fall apart. Like, your daughter had to move away for you to realize that that was gonna happen, and that sucks. And I just don't understand why Molly thought that Luis would be okay with being a stepdad in the capacity that she required it. He has no kids. He's 26, 27 years old. Yeah, that's where we leave off. We don't know exactly what's gonna happen with them, but going back to George and Anfisa, the producers ask Anfisa if she wants to have children. And she says, well, I want to have children. I thought about having children with George, but I don't think he wants to have children with me. And the producer's like, why? And she's just like, I don't want to talk about it on camera. And the producer's like, does it have anything to do with the tell-all? And she's like, no, nothing to do with the tell-all. I don't want to talk about it. What? Why wouldn't he want to secure the bag? He thinks that she is the best thing. Why wouldn't he want to impregnate her immediately? Or why doesn't she think he wants to do that? I mean, because he said during the counseling that he wanted to have kids. And she's just like, I can't even think about having kids right now because I feel like everything is falling apart. So, I mean, I'm with her. I'm with her. So finally we get to David and Annie. David meets up with Ashley in a car that I've never seen him in. It's like, are these cars just hanging out in the firehouse? Because it's like a red truck before he was driving a white Volvo. Neither here nor there. So he goes and he meets Ashley at a diner, Chrissy's Diner. You know, they want everyone to know that if you're in Louisville, Kentucky, to go to Chrissy's Diner because it's delicious. So they're there, and David blames Annie for the reason why he hasn't called his family, because Annie is uncomfortable with it. I highly doubt that Annie is somewhere stopping David from talking to his family because she's uncomfortable. He could very well go see his grandchildren, go see his daughter, go see his son. He does not need Annie to go with him in order to do these things. That is a fact, and I'm standing by that. Ashley's basically like, look, this is the skinny. You came back after 4 years of just leaving our lives and abandoning us, and you bring a 25-year-old woman into our life, expect us all to get along, and then when we don't, you blame us for the reason why we're not getting along. You say it's my fault, you say it's this fault, you say, you know, whatever, but the truth is that you have all the power, and you could do whatever you want, and you've been here for 6 months, and we've barely seen you. Like, what's up with that? You're choosing her over us. I'm not choosing her. She's uncomfortable. Just a lot of excuses. Again, another man on this show telling a woman to just forget about the past. Like, don't even think about it. Clean slate, we're moving forward. And you made my wife feel uncomfortable because yakety yak yak, throw the water, yakety yak yak yak. She's like, what do you mean it's yakety yak? Those were our feelings. I was explaining to you like how we felt, and it was genuine and real. She's like, it's not yakety yak though. Is that what she thinks? If that's what she thinks, so he's putting words into Annie's mouth, making Annie look like the bad guy, instead of just saying, I didn't want to hear what you had to say. You were embarrassing me in front of this person that I want to impress. I overreacted because I felt like you were being uncouth in that moment and not letting me have my moment with my wife. And then you tried to break us up by telling her all this stuff. And Ashley is like, I didn't try to break you up. I'm like, Ashley, girl, you didn't try to break them up, but you definitely did want to sow the seeds of doubt. You know what I'm saying? You definitely did want to sow those seeds of doubt, girl. I think it was valid what Ashley told Annie. I think Annie should have known. Why should she pretend? David didn't call her and have a up to speed, this is what I want you to talk to my wife about. He just brought her over and thought that everybody would just be like, okay, and paint smiles on, and they didn't. And when they haven't, he's like confused as to why no one else is doing it. He's like, because no one else is like you, David. No one else is able to just forget the past and move on. Mainly because you did it to them. No one has done anything to you, as far as we know. You cheated on their mother. You upped and left to Thailand when it got too hot because you don't want to take care of your kids. You think that it's an honor and that I should be grateful that my dad helped me when I was 16 years old to have my child. You don't defend me. Like, I just can't. I can't. I just wanted him to like, whatever. Ashley's frustrated. I'm frustrated. Girl, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Like, how can you deal with someone who doesn't even want to acknowledge the pain that they caused you? She's just over it. She's like, I'm trying to explain to you why I'm upset. You don't get it. You're not trying to get it. And all you want me to do is erase what happened in the past and move forward into lolly dolly land. And I cannot do that. I cannot pretend like you. And I agree with her. She's right. So get on up, girl. Get out of there. Get on out of Christie's. That salad looked kind of delicious though. And David's back at square one. I forgot to mention last episode with the family de Chantel is that when Pedro like put it all out on the table when he was getting drunk and he was like, really though, tell me why you wouldn't get out of the van. Tell me why when we were at the campo, when we were at my grandmother's house, you would not get out of the van. And Thomas looks at him with a straight face and says, I saw men standing there with machetes and I saw wild dogs and I was scared. And Pedro was like, you thought I would bring Chantel family into a dangerous situation? You really thought that? You really thought that I was gonna have y'all in the country in some dangerous ass situation? And they were just like, yeah. And that's when, like, I mean, you guys, come on. Really? Somebody explain Chantel's family to me. Okay. I mean, I think both families are wrong, but I think Chantel's family is more wrong. I think Pedro's sister is a bitch, and I would not want to meet her. She seems real, like, I wouldn't want to deal with Pedro's sister at all. So anyways, to end off with the Chantel, the family de Chantel, they go on this damn hike. They're walking around. They're trying to like get some closure. Chantel and Pedro are like talking, but I'm pretty sure the family can hear their conversation. And basically she's like, look, we're gonna move forward. You're gonna talk to me more about the Dominican Republic and you getting a business there. Don't mention it anymore. And then that's it. They go back and they having dinner or something with Cornish hens. Chantel makes some beans that's supposed to make him feel like home. I'm like, if there's no plantains, you didn't do your job, but okay. So she makes beans and rice for him so that he feel comfortable with the Cornish hens. With the Cornish hens look bomb, girl. I was like, ooh, I want some of this food. And they're sitting down and then River brings up the point that I brought up 2 episodes ago that he was right. That the fact that they had another apartment there, that it's suspicious. And, you know, Pedro brought up saying that he was gonna move back for a couple of weeks or a month maybe to help out with the business, like, you know. And then Winter finally says something and is like, well, we have questions. I'm just like, you guys are so invasive. Like, let them live their lives. And Pedro's like, what is your problem with me? Why do you always have to start stuff with me? And River's like, I'm just asking questions. I'm just like, and poor Chantel, like, I wonder if Chantel is on some kind of like anti-anxiety mood stabilizing pills to like, because she just has no range of emotions. And when she gets frustrated, all she does is do like this. I don't ever see her smile. Like, it's just sad. It makes me sad. And I know Pedro makes her smile. Like, I think they're great together. I love them together. That's all I wanted to say about that. Let's move on. The wedding dress is just like, no, just strapless, like just, and then she's talking about building a corset into it because it'll hold the girls down. I'm like, no, a corset will suck in your stench in your stomach and push your boobs up even more. Like, no, the corset is not gonna make your boobs flatten. All right, you guys, so that is the end of this episode. I mean, it was a good episode. I can't wait for next episode because I think there's gonna be a lot of fights. I feel like Juan and Russ are gonna fight, or like pretend like they're gonna actually do anything. That fight would be hilarious. Like, I want to see that fight. And then River and Pedro, I'm waiting for that fight too. I'm just waiting for all the fights, you know? But yeah, like, go ahead and like this video, go ahead and subscribe, do what you gotta do, hit that notification bell, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it real cute on this channel. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye. Oh, I forgot what to tell you I was on my lips. What's on my lips right now is Madame by the Fenty Beauty collection. I've got these little Mademoiselle. This color is a little bit more orange than I want. Like, I like a bluer toned red, but I put a little orange on my cheek, so that should have helped out with that. I mean, y'all, she bought her a wedding dress. She bought her a wedding dress that is inappropriate for a Moroccan Muslim wedding.